Hi there and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole and today we'll be previewing this coming Friday's meeting here from Fanny Bay, which will be the 9th of December. Following on from last week's 6-race card, we have another half dozen races from the Bay this Friday, where we will have no less than 11 riders in attendance. One of those riders is 16-year-old Darwin apprentice Emma Lyons, who will be making her race day debut, and she has 2 rides early in the program to kickstart her career. We wish Emma all the best for Friday and her future endeavours in the saddle. With some 44 horses down to race on Friday, it is an excellent card. And as last week, we have divided a race, this time the benchmark 54 1300 metres, to give us 6 races on the card. The first gets underway at 2:24 p.m, while the last of the 6 is scheduled to jump at 5:34 p.m. In the first, the Australian Turf Club Handicap, the first division of the benchmark 54 1300, my numbers are 5, 1 and 3. Going here with a horse that won here 6 days ago in War Games, trained by Dick Leach, and Philip Crouch visited from Alice to take them out 6 days ago. He's back again, and War Games came from a long way back. That was over 1100 metres in this grade. He's up to the 1300 metres this time, which to my eye should suit him even better. As I mentioned, he raced here only 6 days ago, so I suppose the question mark is backing up. But he was very impressive the other day, winning by a length and a quarter from Light and Dark, and I think he can repeat the dose. So number 5 on top. To beat number 1, Freddie the Eagle, trained by Tommy Logan. And Ashley Butler, visiting from Queensland, takes them out. Ash, one of the better riders, one of the best riders, in fact, in far north Queensland. He's ridden close on 600 winners in his career, and he's here for a full book of rides, mainly for the Tommy Logan stable, in the absence of Sonia Wiseman. Sonia just having a week off. She just had a little bit of work done on a wrist injury, and she's taking a few days to recover from that, so we hope to see her back in a week's time. Freddie the Eagle, he put 2 back-to-back here in October, and then last time out finished 4th behind Siakam. Didn't get all favours on that occasion. Best to forget that run, and Ash Butler aboard. And then for 3rd, number 3, Zariski from the Gary Clark stable. 2nd start in the top end, Jared Todd aboard. Looks an improver to me. He goes up and trip from that last start 1200 metre race, and I think he'll be one to really watch, keep an eye on the tote with Zariski. So my numbers in the first are 5, 1 and 3. The second's the Silks Darwin Handicap, the second division of the benchmark 54 over the 1300 metres, and my numbers here are 1, 5 and 4. Meadows Youngbuck, the second career ride for Emma Lyons, and I think could be a winning one. Of course, she claims the 4 kilograms. It carries 57 kilograms. Did have 61, so the 4 kilos off brings it in at a very nice weight. And you couldn't hope but be impressed by its last start, 2nd placing. That was behind Noir de Roux in benchmark 76 or open grade, way back in grade here to the benchmark 54. Janis Luxemon rode on that occasion, led. I dare say that Emma will jump out and get going and be on the pace with Meadows Youngbuck, and I think it'll take plenty of running down. Trained, of course, by Phil Cole, Emma's master. So 1 on top to give Emma a dream start to her career. In for second, number 5, Malibu Edition, Ash Butler for Tom Logan. It was a winner 2 starts back here on the 1st of November, Melbourne Cup Day. And just forget that last run when he finished at the tail. Got badly interfered with not long after the start in the race won by Sagaru, but subsequently lost that on protest to Kudgery. So I think Malibu Edition, with even luck this time, will be right in the picture. And in for 3rd, number 4, Mr. Boom Jangles. We've said it many times, he's a specialist here over the 1300 metres. Tessa Townsend visits from Queensland as well. She was here last week. Tess claims the 2 kilograms. And he comes off a little freshen up. Hasn't raced for about 5 weeks, Mr. Boom Jangles, but 1300 metres is his go, and he'll be right in the finish here. Numbers in the second are 1, 5 and 4. We move to the 3rd, the TRNT off the track handicap. This over the 1200 metres for the 0 to 64 gallopers. Our smallest field of the day with just the 5 going round here. And Gary Clark holds a strong hand. He has 3 of the 5 engaged here, including my top selection, number 1, Razoo. Jared Todd aboard, and last started here on Melbourne Cup Day. That was behind Bat Pad in 0 to 70 grade. Bat Pad's been racing really well, was a winner here a week ago. And drops in grade does Razoo, goes up and trips. So both of those factors, I think, right in his favour. So I've got him on top, number 1. To beat number 2, Crazy Lad. Janis Luxemon won on this horse last time over this trip in this grade. Went to the front on that occasion and, no, actually didn't, just sat off them, and it was actually a good ride from Janish. Got home strongly over the concluding stages to beat Yowza, and I think can be very hard to beat again. And in for third, the second of the Clark Train runners, Ice Baby, a horse out of the Tried Horse Sale. Ash Butler takes them out for Clarkie here. Has only had the one start in Darwin. Appeared on that occasion not to really like the kickback of the dirt, but we've seen horses improve pretty quickly after having one run on the track. So I'm putting Ice Baby in to run third. Numbers in race 3 are 1, 2 and 3. The fourth's the Bet365 Lightning Series. Going well, the Lightning Series too. Been quite a lot of interest in this. This race over the 1200 run for $20,000. And of course the final of the Lightning Series is run on Australia Day worth 40 grand. This is a Class 2 event, as we mentioned, and my numbers here are 2, 4 and 1. Archie James, trained by Chris Nash, was very good winning last time out. That was on the 1st of November, so he's also had a good break between that winning run. On that occasion, Janish Luxemon took them out. This time Mark Pegas, who's a good mate of Nash's, visits from Victoria. Of course, he's the winner of a Darwin Cup back in 2007 on general market. He's ridden 971 winners, has Mark Pegas. Won a Goodwood in South Australia, so he's a Group 1 winning jockey. So Wayne Davis will have a bit of company as a Group 1 winning rider in the jockey's room on Friday. Archie James will be very hard to beat again, I think, here. This race seems to set up well for him. Is going up in grade. That was a maiden, but the Class 2 looks right within his scope. In for second, number 4, Flying Deputy. That was the horse that Archie James beat when he won his maiden here. And since that time, he's had a win and a second. Has Flying Deputy, trained by Dick Leach. Phil Crouch aboard again. Goes up and trip from his last start, 1,000 metre second placing, and that should help him. He'll be hard to beat. And in for third, number 1, Sugaru. This was the horse that won here and then lost the race on protest on the 19th of November to Kudgery. The protest was upheld. Janish Luxemon goes aboard this time, and Sugaru only has to reproduce that performance to be right in the finish here. Numbers in the fourth are 2, 4 and 1. We move to the fifth, the Darwin Racing Handicap. It's our highest grade race of the day, the 0 to 70, and a really, really good 9-horse field to go round here, over the 1,100 metres. Numbers here are 2, 8 and 3. Really looking forward to the clash of these two last start winners in number 2, First Crusade, and number 8, Virtuous Miss. First Crusade could not have been more impressive when resuming from a spell on the 19th of November. Of course, trained by Chloe Baxter. Casey Hunter in the saddle again. Absolutely killed them last time out. Beat Early Crow by almost, or 7.5 lengths, and it was really, really impressive. Looks to have come back in first class order. I've got it on top, but we'll get plenty of opposition from Virtuous Miss. Tom Logan trains, Ash Butler aboard. She was very good too, winning at her second Darwin start on Melbourne Cup Day. That was in Class 2 grade, beating Hokalesqua by nearly 6 lengths. Hokalesqua came out and won last week, so the form lines are pretty good. This is a good deal harder though, but certainly got Virtuous Miss right in the mix here. And in for third, number 3, Vernavalu, back off a long break. Some 11 months since he last started. The good sprinter, trained by Phil Cole, Wayne Davis aboard. He's had a couple of trials and trialled impressively on both occasions. Phil Cole rode him in one of those trials himself. And I think Vernavalu, with even luck, will give those two favourites plenty of opposition. In the fifth, 2, 8 and 3 are the numbers. And in the last, the Sky Racing Handicap, it's over the sprint trip of 1,000 metres. 0 to 58 gallopers here. My numbers are 6, 2 and 1. Going with the 2 last start to winners, the 2 horses that won last week here, in fact, and 1 for Anna and Henestrosa. 1 for Anna, trained by Chris Nash. Nash, he could be in for a good day. Philip Crouch takes them out on 1 for Anna. He rode it last week. She absolutely spaced them, won by 8.5 lengths in a really good time of 103.3. Sure, that was maiden company, and this is upper grade to 0 to 58, but she couldn't have been more impressive. I think she can do it again. Over the horse that was also a good winner last week in Henestrosa, Gary Clark trains. Paul Denton retains the mount he rode last week. And in for third, number 1, Chief Mondo. Also from the Gary Clark stable, Jared Todd goes aboard. His last few starts have been consistent in higher grade, 0 to 64, behind the likes of Expert Witness, Papalet and First Crusade, so don't leave him out of your multiples. Numbers in the last are 6, 2 and 1. Best bet of the day in race 4, number 2, Archie James. Race 4, number 2, Archie James, a tried horse, sale horse from earlier in the year. The best roughie in race 6, number 5, Brazen Pine. Race 6, number 5, Brazen Pine. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we'll be back again in a week, in 8 days' time, for our next meeting here, which is our last meeting pre-Christmas. It is set down for the 17th of December. And until next week, good luck and good punting.